Hey, it's Bob Duffy from Intel here, and we have another TechCraft video series looking at new features of AI Playground 3.0. In this episode, we're looking at image generation. I'll walk you through all the different presets and settings for doing image gen in AI Playground 3.0. And we are also going to step into ComfyUI a little bit and look at some tips and tricks that you can do using that tool as well. Everything that I'm showing is running on an Intel Core Ultra X Series 3 processor, otherwise known as Panther Lake. So lots to do. Let's dive in. Before we jump into image generation, first let's step back on AI Playground 3.0, which is a single app for offline generative AI inferencing on Intel-powered AI PCs. With 3.0, we've improved the interface, increased its focus on practical and useful AI features for being offline. With over 24 features and 60 of the best models from Huggingface, think of 3.0 like your favorite online tool for AI, but with the option to go offline. Okay, let's dive into image generation. As you saw in the last video, the interface is different. It's a single UI prompt for all features. Simply select the mode and presets, and you're ready to go. Today, we're looking at image generation, so let's review the presets you have under image gen. The draft option uses Stable Diffusion 1.5. This will produce images fast, from cats to landscapes. If you don't need a ton of detail, but you want images quick, this is the mode for you. Now with HD XDXL, you can get fairly descriptive with your prompts to describe fantastic images with amazing backgrounds and fine detail, up to 1 megapixel in resolution, and they look great. Pro uses Flux.1 Snell. Here you can define what you want, where you want it, what color, and if there should be text in the image. Now this will take a bit more time to generate each image, and while the prompt adherence is strong, these images can look otherworldly. Now Pro 2 is brand new to AI Playground using the Z Image Turbo model. It only takes 9 steps to generate, and it will produce images extremely high quality and highly photographic. And like Flux.1 Snell, it adheres to what you describe, probably even better. And I showed this in our last video using chat with Vision to write a prompt for us. So if you want to create alternate versions of photos or memes, this is the way to go. For control phase, it's pretty simple. Describe an image of a person you want to create, then drop a reference photo to control the likeness of that output. Now, there's more I want to show here. There's a little bit of a trick with ComfyUI I'd like to dive into, so we're going to come back to this later. Okay, let's review updates to image gen settings. These settings should work across all image generation features. Below the preset icons, you may notice options like you see here. Not all presets have them. These are variations of a preset recipe, giving you the option to try a variation of that model to produce images faster or of higher quality. Now let's look at the megapixel settings. It has been updated to adjust support for the resolution specific to each model or preset. This way, you know you're working within a good resolution for that model or feature. For example, Draft allows you to have 0.25 megapixel up to half a megapixel, while Pro 2 supports higher resolutions. The aspect ratio tool allows you to select the ratio or shape of that image, and it will adjust the total pixels based upon your resolution option. For example, here's the resolution of 16:9 at 1 megapixel versus a resolution at 0.5 megapixel. However, you are not limited to these resolutions. We allow you to control it the way you want to. Thus, if you want an image at 720 by 480, you can do that by typing that in the settings. Now, steps, batch count, negative prompt seeds should be the same as before, but we'll just briefly review. Adjust steps up or down for quality versus time. Set the batch count for the number of images you want to generate for that specific prompt. And negative prompt allows you to tell the model what not to include. In seed, this is a great thing to do if you want to repeat the generation of an image exactly, maybe with one minor change. Now you can always get the seed information of any image by selecting that image in history, then go to the info icon, and then you can copy and paste that seed into the settings. Safety Checker has been updated as well, and we're giving you more control with a slider bar where you can control it from 0 being off to 1 being the strictest level. Let's test this. Let's put in a prompt, cover of a swimsuit magazine, and set it to 1. Now there you go. You can see we have a censored image. Now, for the sake of modesty, I won't go into the other direction, but you can try this yourself. If you are relaxing this, be sure to check the negative prompt because NSFW is here by default, and that can influence the content generated regardless of the safety check. Now, as we go down to the bottom here, we have two other options here. One is reset to defaults. Now, if you make a change to settings and something doesn't work, click this to return to settings that are known to work. And finally, we have the ComfyUI button. This allows you to jump into ComfyUI as a tool and go beyond what we have in AI Playground. ComfyUI is amazing and is super powerful, but it can be intimidating. But there are a couple of things that you can do to get going. One, you can browse their templates and select from all of these in different categories. If you select one, it may tell you to download models that you don't have, and then you can always check the notes on where to put those models. Have fun trying new workflows and models not part of AI Playground. Now, another thing you can do is drag in images you created from AI Playground directly into ComfyUI, and this way you can see the full workflow and access all the parameters. Now, remember when we were looking at control face? Let's drag in an image that we created using control face and see its entire workflow in ComfyUI. Now, if we're looking at this, the nodes on the right here, this is the part that does the face swapping, along with this load image node over here on the left. Now, the rest of everything else is really just the HD or SDXL image generation, and it's set to fast mode. One of the things that we can do is we can turn off the fast mode so that you can get a full set of steps. And this can potentially improve the quality. A couple of things you do is you go over to the LoRa, select it, and do Control B, and that will bypass it. Then we're going to go over to the sampler, and we're going to change a few things here. Now we're going to hit Generate. And now we see an image that took more steps and potentially has more quality. Now, what if we wanted to do something else though? What if we didn't want to use HD or SDXL in order to generate this image? What if we wanted to use the Pro 2 Z Image Turbo model instead? Well, we can do that too. So let's drag in an image we created using Pro 2 into ComfyUI, into a new tab. Now let's go back over to the control face workflow and let's copy the parts that do the face swap and load image. And then let's paste those back in over the Pro 2 workflow. All we have to do is make these connections. And now we have a Pro 2 version of this. So let's give it a shot and see how it looks. Now that's nice. That's a good looking image. Well, there you go. We had image generation and a bit of ComfyUI in the new AI Playground 3.0. So if you have any issues, go to our GitHub, post an issue. We'd like to check it out. Or if you'd like to, just comment directly on this video. I read all the comments and I'm happy to respond directly to you there. And as always, like this video, subscribe to this YouTube channel so you can get more information on AI Playground. So until next time, I'm Bob Duffy and we'll catch you later.